Thanks for tuning into this emergency breaking news session of Just Ask Jenn. Everyone's calling me, Jenn, what's going on with real estate commission lawsuits? Is 6% a thing of the past? Let me break it down for you guys. Many of you have heard about the class action lawsuit in Missouri, where approximately 250,000 home sellers sued major real estate agencies and the National Association of Realtors. The home sellers claimed realtors were price fixing real estate commission at 6%, and it was not right for a seller to pay the buyer's agent commission. These sellers felt they were not properly represented and that commissions were not thoroughly described. Of course, there are 50 million other details involved in this lawsuit that I am not going to talk about today for the sake of time and sanity. The verdict came in, the realtors lost, and they were ordered to pay billions. Now there are copycat lawsuits popping up all over the US, so the National Association of Realtors is doing something about it. Here's what we learned from all of this. Real estate commission is negotiable and must be properly explained to home sellers and home buyers up front. Here we are in the aftermath of all this now. On March 15th, the National Association of Realtors announced that they plan to enact a new rule. It's supposed to take effect in July, removing buyer's agent compensation from the MLS. Right now, when your property is sold on the MLS, compensation for the buyer's agent is disclosed. For example, 3% to the buyer's agent. The new rule will remove this box completely. This is a major change in the real estate industry. Commission is 99% of the time paid by the seller. For decades, we've been doing it like this. Now coming in July, all of that is going to change. Let's take a look at this from the seller's point of view. It's July now. Your home is on the market. You're offering $0 for buyer's agent commission because it is no longer legally allowed. What happens now? What happens to the buyers? They can't afford a realtor. Is this going to cause panic in the industry? Are you going to lose 60% of the buyers that are interested in your home simply because they don't have an additional 3% to pay a realtor? As a listing agent, it is my job to explain every scenario to you and give you every possible way to sell your home in today's market with today's laws. Choose your representation wisely. This way you have a plan of action as far as a seller for every kind of buyer that comes to your listing. Now, from the buyer's point of view, I believe this rule will give buyers with a little money in their pocket an edge over the zero down super savers that can't afford their own closing costs. That part is sad, but it also means in many areas where inventory is low and there's already a tough market for buyers, things just got more difficult for you. Let's say we've made it to July, you're finally approved. You've got your down payment in the bank. You're ready to shop for a home, but you don't have an additional 3% to pay a real estate agent. What are you going to do? Know your options. You need to choose a great realtor. Come up with a buying plan. Get an agency agreement signed so that you know your buying power in today's market. I'm not going to go over every possible scenario in one video. Every buyer has a different need. Every seller has a different scenario. You need a personalized level of service that a realtor should be providing you. Based on the outcome of these lawsuits, realtors should have been providing this decades ago. But now we are forced to take advantage of this change and start being particular about the realtor you choose. Stay tuned and please subscribe for more updates.